Hey everybody, thank you very much for joining me again for Amazon Sellers News. And I want to let you know that right before I start this, I have one of our second year law student interns whose job it is to make sure everyone in the conference room next to me, since we work in collaborative work environments, to keep their voices down so I don't hear them and so you don't hear them. So Moshe Allweiss, great job keeping the peace outside the studio door. Okay, first of all, this firm was founded and continues to grow because we give Amazon sellers someone to speak with when you have a problem. So please take us up on our offer. Any issues with Amazon, give us a call, speak with me, speak to a member of our team. And I also want to, before I get to the 5 news stories today, that if you are on Twitch and you are into watching gamers, you have got to watch Vincent Familaro, Call of Duty, Vinny Fams, Vinny, F as in Frank, AMS. He is an incredible player, and if you're watching it, please watch him. He is just absolutely awesome. That's what he does at nights and on the weekends when he's not serving as our escalation department on reinstatements where we're having a real hard time. So he is one of our most experienced guys. He's also an incredible gamer. So if you watch that kind of stuff anyway, please check out Vinny Fams. Gay, thank you very much for watching and tuning in. Okay, first news story of the day, Amazon Associate Accounts. Amazon Associate Accounts. Amazon Associate Accounts, you open them, you start making Amazon money, and we're seeing an increase in Amazon Associate Accounts then being closed down. And guess what? They're not releasing the money. Now, if they owe you enough money that it's financially worthwhile, you can take Amazon to arbitration. Now, what I'm going to tell you doesn't mean we're going to win your case. Every case is based upon its own facts and circumstances. Also, in any litigation, great cases lose, terrible cases win, and everything in between. But I can tell you that if you receive, and I'm going to read it, we have previously closed an account that we have determined belongs to a person affiliated with you or acting in concert with you for violations of the Associates Program Operating Agreement. If you open an Amazon Associate account or you've had one for a while and you receive that email and Amazon still owes you money and they're entirely wrong, we have beaten Amazon at arbitration and obtained an order from the arbitrator directing Amazon to pay our client and reinstatement. Okay, doesn't mean we're going to win for you. Legal disclaimer, doesn't mean we're going to win for you. But if you have this issue, call us for a free consultation. Second breaking news story, private label brand protection. Private label brand protection are Amazon sellers who have learned how to work the dashboard, learned how to do listings, have brought in the right vendors to make money on their account, and are expanding where the future is, which is developing your own private label brands, that you have an asset that you own, that if you want to sell your account, it's worth a ton more money if you actually have intellectual property rights. And the breaking news is that you can use the same tools that the big brands use to develop, police, and protect your private label brand. If you want more information on this, give us a call. Remarkably successful protecting brands with our managing attorney, Robert Siegel, and also David Miller works in this area of our office. Deepak, thank you very much for joining, and I love the compliment. Thank you very much. Okay, third breaking news story. There's certainly been an increase. There's certainly been an increase in ASIN creation policy violations. We don't know if this is a crackdown in advance of Q4. You guys all know storage rates go through the roof. They definitely crack down on related accounts. And I just want you guys to know we are already seeing an increase in these types of calls from sellers. So if you're creating a new detail page, I want you to be super careful. Yesterday in our news program, we talked about parent-child listing issues. If you need someone to review the policies with, give me a call and I'll put you on the phone with one of our killer paralegals. But there's certainly been an increase, and we don't know if Amazon is just policing them better. We don't know if sellers are just making more mistakes. And we don't know if it's just a crackdown in advance of Q4, which is approaching really, really fast. Okay, Now, good news. I always like to deliver good news, okay? Now, people always think that things are bad because all you hear about is bad news. No one ever tells you about things that are great. But this is really good news if your account's been suspended, which is generally bad. We are seeing a significant increase in the ability in our ability to get the money released pending the suspension. Okay, we have a couple of different emails that we write to. We have several different arguments that we make. The money is yours. It belongs to you. There's also been a push in certain states around the country, specifically in California, where legislation has been proposed to stop Amazon from having free use of your money. In fact, my incredible partner, Anthony Familaro, testified in Sacramento before the California State Legislature on this topic, on Amazon should not be allowed to use sellers' money interest-free. Anthony also addressed at that meeting with the California State Legislature how Amazon should not be allowed to use your data against you. But I want you guys to know that we have been having increased success, even in the six figures, of getting sellers' money released to them even before reinstatement. So you need to know this. Now, fifth news story of today, VORYS threatening letters. VORYS threatening letters. If you're involved in retail arbitrage, chances are you have or will receive a very frightening, threatening letter from the VORYS law firm, VORYS. Now, what we have seen is that a vast majority of the claims in those letters, not all the claims, but a significant majority of the claims in the VORYS letters are entirely baseless. They accuse you of all sorts of things that you can't buy at Kohl's and resell, which generally you can under the fair sale doctrine. We've seen them telling you that you must provide them with information, and unless a judge has told you you have to do something, you don't have to do anything. You may choose to provide information, okay, but you certainly don't have to, absent a court order. Now, the latest thing we've seen added to their letters is that, yeah, boo-hoo, that's right, to VORYS. Thank you. The latest thing we've seen in these VORYS letters is that they're talking about rigorous quality controls. Rigorous quality controls. Now, any seller out there, if you receive one of these VORYS letters, again, you can call us for a free consultation. But if they're alleging that the product has a vigorous quality controls, do some research, go to the brand's website, see what, if any, quality controls they actually have, and you may find that that claim is also entirely baseless. Now, I used to tell sellers that we had never seen VORYS actually follow through with the lawsuit. That is no longer true. We have seen one lawsuit filed by VORYS. Sanjay, thank you very much for joining us, and I appreciate you thanking me for the information. The way I'm able to provide new information to sellers every single day is by going around to our team here in New York. And I literally go conference room to conference room, team to team, and I sit down and I say, Rob, give me the latest news. What are the trends you're seeing? Jason Timchula, David Miller, Travis Stockman, Jason Powell, Ashley DePinto, Dana Rodriguez. And I know I'm leaving a ton of people out. My incredible partner, Anthony Familaro. We are the absolute best in the world at getting sellers reinstated because we have the best team in the world working together in a collaborative environment, okay? Sharing information with each other and conferencing every case. Okay, last thing I want to talk about is sellers' rights, and I've been talking about this every day. Sellers' rights. Counterfeit allegations against sellers are wrong. They're morally wrong, and if they're baseless, they are legally wrong. Now, counterfeit complaints, now, latest twist on this are drop shippers, okay? Drop shippers who may not even have sold any products, let alone counterfeit. That means the counterfeit complaint is entirely baseless, and if you have been subjected to a big brand making a baseless counterfeit complaint against you, you have leverage over that brand because you may have two significant causes of action against that brand. The first one is defamation or defamation per se, where you have been falsely accused of a crime. And the second is tortious interference with contract. So if you never sold a product and a brand sent in a counterfeit complaint against you, you have rights against that brand. And I want you to call me to see whether or not it's worthwhile going after that brand for your damages. If it's not worthwhile, then you can use those same arguments as leverage to get those complaints withdrawn. That is today's breaking news for Friday, June 21st, 2019, the first day of summer. And also, again, Vinny Fams. If you're watching people play Call of Duty, check out Vinny Fams. He is incredible. At one point, he was the top Call of Duty player in the entire world. He is an incredible paralegal, a great friend, and super at that game. So check out Vinny Fams, VINNY FAMS, if you're a Twitch follower. Thank you for joining us for Amazon Sellers News.